So many of you must have seen this film that's behind me, this film here, the Buckingham murders on Netflix. I watched it last night with my family and there was a lot of questions that were raised. Now, in the beginning of the film, they show footage from Leicester riots. Leicester riots took place in 2022 in August when there was communal tensions between the Muslim and the Hindu community in Leicester. And it lasted a couple of days and there was a lot of violence that did take place. Now, what has that got to do with this film? They've shown the actual footage from the riots itself in the beginning of the film. Then there's a scene about 40 minutes into the actual film where they show that the communal tension is actually between the Sikhs and the Muslims. So in this film, what they've done is they've taken footage from the riots when the Muslims went to the mandir, and they've shown that in there, and then they go it's between Sikhs and Muslims. So you can clearly see that there's an agenda here, there's propaganda here. This film is based on government propaganda, Indian government propaganda to cause problems between Sikhs and Muslims. And they're showing that in here when it never took place. It's not factual. The facts is that the violence that did take place was between Muslims and Hindus. There was a conflict that happened in that year 2022 between the two groups and between the two communities. And it's a shame that the Indian government are using these dirty tactics to cause more divisions in communities, especially between the Sikh and the Muslim community. And this has always been their plan. And you know, we see all these the plans of theirs that are coming unfolded, especially with the transnational repression and everything else that they've been doing, the killings and the murders and the assassinations. Everything's coming out onto the open, and we got to be very vigilant and careful when you see these sort of films with your family of what they are actually putting out. They're twisting history, they're twisting what happened in the past, and they're bringing it out into this public domain on Netflix to show people that Sikhs and Muslims don't get on with each other. They've always had these issues and they're still having the issues. And I think it's very important we make everyone else aware about what's happening as well. Hence why I've made this video. I hope this video reaches far, people understand what's going on here, how these dirty propaganda videos are popping up everywhere, and this is how the government plays people and communities.
A wave of cholera tensions has culminated in violence following the arrest of a Muslim teenager in connection with the death of a Sikh child in Buckingham. This incident has not only deepened the divide amongst the immigrant communities, but has also left law enforcement grappling with the challenge of breaking this trend.
The incident on last night happened at around 9:50